Today I want to talk to you about building and maintaining confidence. Obviously, this is really important because as you're going through a job change or a career change, it can be a very testing time, a very trying time. There can be a lot of rejection involved for some people. So we want to be able to manage our mindset and manage our confidence on an ongoing basis to deal with these challenges. So here are a couple of steps you can follow. The first one is focus. Focus is super, super key. Whenever I sit down with anyone and I want to understand what their headspace is, I want to know what they're focusing on. Are they focusing on what they've achieved? Are they focusing on what they lack? Are they focusing on where they have been? Are they focusing on where they want to go? So you can imagine if someone is focusing on what they lack or what problems they've had in the past or a difficult incident at work, it's going to be difficult for them to maintain confidence. Whereas if they're focusing on their plan going forward, if they're focusing on all the value they can bring, and if they're focusing on who they are as a person and what they value, then obviously their confidence is going to be in a much better place. So the first point is focus. Ask yourself, what am I focusing on? And really, what do I want to be focusing on? The next one is internal monologue or your internal dialogue. So this is another way of talking about what we say to ourselves, the sort of internal mantras that we have, basically our internal conversation. If you have negative self-talk or if you ask yourself negative questions, it's good to replace those with positive ones. For example, what's the best next thing I could do today? What should I add to my plan to help move me forward? Who could I reach out to for help and support? Any of those sort of questions or your own positive questions will help move you towards better outcomes. After that, this is one you've heard probably 100 times, a million times on the internet, but it's all about your physiology. It's all about your body. So if you hunch over, if you breathe shallow, if you don't move a lot, obviously that's going to have an impact on your mental state, your emotions. Whereas if you do exercise, if you go for a walk, if you breathe deeply, if you stand up straight, we know all of these things are going to have positive impacts on your mental state and your emotions. So the way you use your body is really, really important for keeping yourself in a good mental space and building and maintaining your confidence. After that, I think if you have any limiting beliefs, in other words, a belief that holds you back, a belief that stops you from maybe taking action, a belief that stops you from pursuing your vision or a dream, it's good to challenge those beliefs and ask yourself, is that really true? Does this really hold me back? Or should I test this? Should I collect more data? Should I ask other people for their perspective? So once you've got all those pieces in place, basically you've got your focus right, your inner monologue is nice and positive, your physiology is good, like you're standing up straight, you're breathing deeply, you're taking exercise regularly, you're challenging your limiting beliefs. After that, I think it's really nice to have a plan. So make a solid plan that you can define the next steps and follow that. And that will give you a sense of confidence, a sense of clarity about your next steps. So remember, your focus, your physiology, your internal monologue, challenge your limiting beliefs, and get a plan that works for you.